Guys, Deluded Gooner, you choosing Golo Kante. Thank you very much for having me, folks. Basically, we know there's already been a lot of changes behind the scenes at Arsenal, and we've had official confirmation, at least where the first team is concerned, people in regards to the coaching staff and the physios and all them things, who's going to remain at the club. It was interesting. In a nutshell, Sal Bibber, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, retained his job. The big one, Steve Bould, retained his job. We'll get onto that one later. I think Burgess obviously retained his job, head director of high performance. He was brought in specifically for that. I think like one more person must have retained their role, and then the majority of people are out. The people that we say farewell to is Neil Bamfield, Peyton, sadly Jens Lehmann, Colin Lewin, Andy Rolly, Ben Ashworth, physiotherapist, Broxell, I hope I said your name correctly, and Paul Johnson, and I might be missing someone else, to be fair. Coming into the club, data/video analysis, Victor Manyas. We've got two coaches, additional coaches on top of that, in regards to the first team coming in Villanueva and Carcedo. Who else? Strength and conditioning, we've got a coach coming in. We've also got the goalkeeping coach Garcia coming in. It's interesting to see Sal Bibbo, another goalkeeping coach at the club, with question marks over our goalkeeping coaching at the club, amongst other things, has retained his space and has retained his spot in the side. So yeah, man, that's clearly Unai Emery's people. Them he's brought through his staff has been officially announced. In regards to Jens Lehmann, obviously, we see Lundberg at the club. Perez hasn't got an official role past being an ambassador, but he's already around the club. Couple other players, Mertesaker's in a position, and all of these things. You want to see previous players, and Jens Lehmann's been cut loose now. It was coming. Allegedly, the club were looking into finding him some sort of role. Such was the desire to want to retain him. That hasn't come to light of any sort. So yeah, he obviously saw his tweet that he has to depart the club, and he kind of threw a bit of shots in which he said the attitude from 2004, from our group 2004, is referring to his team that won the title, is not needed here anymore. So what does that mean? That's very ambiguous. Does it mean you're too much of a strong personality for the coaching staff? Does that mean with the players of today, which we already know they're a bit, I don't want to say softer, but they are a bit more sensitive, you have to talk another way, and he's not going to breed results? Is Jens Lehmann a bit too opinionated, which he was as a player at times? I don't know, but he hasn't been kept. Steve Bould, there was question marks as to whether he was going to go. He's been given the title of first team assistant head coach. I do believe one of Unai Emery's men is his assistant manager, is his assistant head coach, and has a slightly different title from Bould. But it's just fancy titles, to be fair. In a sense, Bould is the third in demand after the head coach Unai Emery, and then his assistant and Dennis Bould. In my opinion, it makes perfect sense to keep Bould. It keeps some sort of bridge between the coaching staff that was previously here. Can be somewhat the English connection. Maybe together with the emphasis that Unai Emery places on defending, and the video analysis, and just how some of his staff, talk so highly of defending, maybe Steve Bould is allowed to express himself, because if he was under Wenger, then fair enough. But in my opinion, and I've said this to you guys before, I honestly think he was crippled in the sense that he wasn't given enough freedom to implement certain things. So yeah, we'll never know. That's just my personal speculation. But in regards to the changes at the club, that's it, people. For now anyways. Guys, Deluded, get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. Out.